Interdenominational Divine Order. One of the more important services of Interdenominational Divine Order, or I-Do, was giving information Christ gave them about what to expect and how to handle it when that day comes. Scriptures tell us we will know by the signs when the day is approaching. All the signs mentioned are to be recognized by any who have the necessary perception and understanding to realize what is taking place. Therefore, I-Do worked frantically to get the information into the hands of those in position to help the multitudes understand. Since cults and creeds are failing to give these advancements to their converts at this time, one can foresee the panic which would come from fear and lack of understanding of something which so few will understand. When in the early 1950s, the reincarnate mother heard the repetition of the words D-Day telepathically, realizing that the message was coming from the voice of the master, Michael Kuthumi, King of Kings, she asked him what it could mean. The answer came as follows. In D-Day of understanding, thou shalt raise their thoughts to me. Mankind shall see correction. No more evil than shall be. Preparations must be made to meet emergencies expected when all eyes see, and too few know what they are seeing. Because, in that day they will not know and not wish to know. It was very difficult for those who did know to get the message over to the world. First they were purposely blocked by the leader of the negative forces. She tried to force them under her dominion, and when that failed she was afraid of being exposed. For that reason she did many things to keep group leaders from listening to what I-Do had been chosen to do. When group leaders don't understand, they cannot give their followers the information which the world will need when a surprise apparition will spell out to the world that he has come. Because the general religious teachings tend to develop fear of that day, when converts are made to believe the world will be burned by fire and many will be taken somewhere else, even the thought is avoided. Because the subject seems to be one feared by most mortals. This means that help to get the message where it would stop fear is just not forthcoming.
So, I-Do were chosen to make preparations for understanding what will be seen, what to expect and how to handle it. Because the message differs from ordinary religious training, again there is a difficulty in finding people who wish to know. Those who had long been trying to open the ways for his advent were very much concerned with world apathy in the face of dangers from misunderstandings they found everywhere. The signs are showing all over the world to prove the day is at hand. Something must be done by cosmic intervention if wars, rebellions, riots, injustices and fears are to cease. Man's extremity always became God's opportunity, and he has never let a troubled world down before, so the world can expect a sudden halt anytime. This message is intended to be as a voice crying in the wilderness of human suffering, fear and despair, make way for the Lord. I-Do gave the information needed in printed form. Readers are asked to take inventory of their real dedication to his work and discover what they might do to help this most vital cause. The world situation is such that there is little time to do what must be done to make his advent possible. Older souls are needed with the talents to accept the greater esoteric information necessary if one who has been called is to be chosen for some part of his work immediately after all eyes see. Hundreds of thousands in the US alone, with extrasensory talents and so-called phenomenal experiences, are the called. There are many more all over the world. The information which was given to relay to the called must reach more of them if there are to be hands of the flesh and ears attuned to listening, which will be necessary for doing some part of his work when that day finally has come, whether the world is ready or not. The reincarnate mother is often referred to as I-Do in the publications. Readers are invited, with all thy getting, to get understanding of the works I-Do performed during her incarnation, and to download the 7 booklets she wrote as well as the 2 additional booklets and 81 truth newsletters published under her guidance. Pass this vital information on. To may each be moved to keep this message moving, until 3 is more understanding of the most vital problem of this age.